Hello everybody, Master Chris from KMAA with a kind reminder to wash your hands. So we're going to be going over level 2 with our yellow tape curriculum. So the first part that I'm going to do is going to be stationary, just going over what I'm doing with my hands first. Then we're going to go in the next video to the actual step-by-step curriculum with a little bit of explanation, especially on the stances. And then following that, we're just going to do a counting video where I do the movement, count it, and you can follow along. Okay, so first right here, just a nice neutral stance. Please follow along. You can go same hand. You can mirror my image here. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is in, out, middle block. Okay, so you bring your arm to the inside and move it to the outside. We'll start with my left hand. That would be your right hand. So I'm here. Close your fists, bring this hand up to your shoulder here, almost like you're giving yourself a tight squeeze, but the blocking hand is on the outside. So 1, 2, you go from here, knuckles facing you, to knuckles facing away. All right? So this is wind up, and this is block. Okay, 1, 2. Same thing other side. This will come in. This is going to go from my hip up to my shoulder, across, 1 and 2 knuckles facing away. So 1, 2. So in, out, middle block. 1, 2. Single knife hand is almost the exact same, but you'll notice my knuckles are just around my shoulder level here. At this point, my fingertips want to be shoulder level. So you don't want to really go above the shoulder too much here. So I want to go 1, knuckles at the shoulder, 2, knuckles at the shoulder. Now when I go 3, this hand goes from the hip, opens up, this one stays closed. Here, almost touching the shoulder, and straight across forward to a single knife hand. Fingertips right around shoulder level. Okay? This will close, this will open, and this comes in. My hand right here is going to come up to my shoulder and across. So we did in, out, 1, 2, now single knife hand. Same thing, 1, 2. Double knife hand. The wind up for a double knife hand is almost a double knife hand on the other side. So if I'm doing a double knife hand over here, okay, this hand was already here, this hand is going to become active, come up, so this is basically a double knife hand to this side here. But now I overextend it and switch. This hand will flip from palm up to palm down. This one is going to go from palm down to palm up. Okay, so you'll watch with this hand, 1, 2. And since I'm doing a double knife hand to this side, now it's pretty much the wind up to do a double knife hand on that side. So we're here, extend this hand here, 1, and this hand here comes in, 2, palm up. So all together, it's extend, switch, extend, switch, 1, 2, 1, 2, double knife hand. All right, now we're going to be switching stances in the front stance in the actual curriculum, but we don't have to do that right now because we're just working on our hands. So in this neutral stance, we go from double knife hand, we're going to go into back fist at this point. So this hand down here is going to wind up and shoot forward. Now remember, when we do a hammer fist, we come up and swing down. A back fist is pretty similar, except we're using the back of our hand rather than the bottom of our hand. So we're here, 1, and shoot it forward, 2. Okay, now that this is out, this hand is going to start coming in, 1 over by our hip, up, and shoots forward, down. Okay, so we kind of use our whole body for this one because we twist and then twist back in. Twist, twist back in. So we're swinging down. All right, try to avoid doing a full circle with your elbow. Okay, that's typically incorrect technique. So we're here, it's more of a snap forward. Okay, here, slow motion, snap forward. We are using our elbow, but it's not this big circle motion. Okay, so here, snap. From here, we're going to be going into our spear hand. So since this one is out, we're going to work on folding it over, and from our hip, shoot straight across the top. There's one. Now when you do this in the actual movement, we don't do this as 1, 2. It all happens together. So we were here, it's wind up and shoot and fold at the same time. Just make sure that you glide across the top of your hand. Same thing, to get used to it, you can fold over, wind up, and shoot. But realistically, since we were here, when you do this, it happens almost all at the same time. Fold over, wind up, shoot. Okay? And this hand is open when it's supporting right here. So that's the last one. That's the last one we just covered. The final one that we're doing now is the elbow strike. So since this hand is already out, we're going to be working on elbowing into that one. Okay? But we don't want to bring our hand to our elbow, we bring our elbow to our hand. So since everything is right here, I'm going to take this arm and wind it back. Keep my hand here, bring it forward, and connect. Now, since I just elbowed with this, I'm going to extend that arm forward, wind up, and elbow in. So you'll notice as I start to turn this shoulder forward, this shoulder gets pulled in. So I don't need to reach all the way out to this hand. This hand will start to come in as this shoulder comes back. Okay? So all together, we were here, wind up 1, wind up 2. Okay? And that's the basic breakdown of what we're doing with our arms throughout the next part of the curriculum. Okay, so now we're going to be putting in stances and moving, and I'm going to try to focus a little bit more of my attention on the stances so that you can see what we're doing with our feet as we put it all together for that final third video, just counting through the whole thing. All right?